Okay, just in between videos there, I did a quick check of the matrix to help them out here. So you can walk this or run it, it's up to you. I mean, the guys are already, you got guys on the ground. I don't worry about walking the train so much. If you want to walk, run, fly, it doesn't matter. So, because you bled the air, you are now in a position where you can kick. I'll cross between there. I know you're not supposed to. So I'm just, and you don't also have I forget I think it's the other side. Okay, I'm going back. So you would do the 3-step thing or whatever if you had to be in between the cars. So, it's, you can use a flashlight. It's getting dark, but we don't need it yet. So let's open the coupler. I think I'm on that side. Sometimes I ride the other side. So now what I want to do is get it up to 10 miles an hour. Ooh, I'm blocking that crossing a long time too. UP Bakersfield is a nice bowl. I hope I set the switch right. Yeah, I see the cars going now. Good sign. So one thing about sand and familiarity with your engines, notch 4 tends to keep you under 1200. If you have a hard time getting up to speed, you could use notch 5 in sand, but this should be it right there. So I'm seeing the cars turn in right now. You want to get it far enough so you can kick it far enough down, but you also want to stop it. So I'm at notch 4. I'm going to put it to 0. And then I'm hitting all my independents right now. Full independent. It should go in a second. There it goes. And because it's a bowl, it'll roll. And it will not keep rolling. Some places you have to learn what it does. Other places you can get away with it. Some cases, see, it's already slowing down a tiny bit by the looks of it. Now, I already checked earlier. These tracks are free. It said so in the report as well. Now, as you can see, I'm walking the train now. Now I'm taking the time to walk since he was the guy on the ground. There might be other crew members or whatever. I'll get a flashlight on here since it's getting dark. And as you can see, the tags. Those numbers represent, if you remember the yard area, they represent what the Edison Local will see. And as the Bakersfield crew, you eventually become the Edison Local. What used to happen was, well, we use the same power, but we used to be on the main line. We used to have it on the main line sheets. It's now part of the crew time. That's not the case with something like Cadiz, for example. Cadiz has its own crew. Boron has its own crew. Boron, in the case for us, we run 4 hours on Boron Local, and then on mainline where we don't have to set the time. But when it comes to a yard crew, we do set the time. Now, as you can see, we got a lot here, which is a good sign. Well, there we go. Now we're coming up to a UP North, right? So, once again, we're not blocking anything at the moment. It's not necessary to block all the time. It is a good idea, but for right now, we just want to sort and get things going. So, that's the UP North. Blocking's important. It really is. But in some cases, when you're either short on time or you're in the middle of sorting, it's not so critical. You just want to get things started, right? So the idea here is you don't want to sort everything. You're going to see some UP Norths, for example. You're going to see some other ones. We might be able to sort through them. But the priority right now is to get this train built. So we want to get the Edison Locals. We want to get them going. And we're getting up to 10 mile an hour really quick here, so that's good. And occasionally, because this isn't real life, of course you don't have a guy down there checking switches. I always think that, oh no, I missed a switch or some silly thing. If you smash, or there's an accident, or you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. I ran 10 miles an hour into the hump the other day. Actually, it was last month, but... Okay, so now I can stop here. Close enough. Indies are on. Come on. There it goes. Alright. I don't know what it did there. That's scary. It kind of flashed twice. That was weird. Okay, so I think I had UP North here. Let me double check. Again, Edison's the important one. Wow, I don't have much room. Boy, these things aren't kicking very far today. I did let all the air out. Holy crapola. Is it going to even clear the switch? Wow. Okay. So I'm looking at the rest of the train there. Okay, see here. Okay, here's where I say forget it. You got to do the Edison Local. Okay. Case in point here. You've got UP North. You've already got to connect to this one here. And you could say, well, yeah, but you have to sort through it anyways. The thing is, you don't have to sort through it now. Your whole goal is efficiency, and that's why we put the times in. So, and if you're not that efficient, that's okay, because we'll deal with that. Because if a train comes behind, whatever. See, we even got RV stuff in here too, right? So, we're sending all of it down here. I'm going to send this all into number 2. Now, I know right now, looking at that, I'm going to have to give it a pretty good kick. So I'm going to couple onto it first. So yeah, if you had the time, again, you only have 4 tracks and you already got this train right there on one. Now remember what I said in the forum posts? That train, yes, it's here, and actually it's technically here now in the cycle, considering how late we are. But we're also assuming that we actually had a crew that was on time, so breaking down that train is low priority. All those cars for SJVR and everything else that has to be on that train, it's not going today. We already have all the cars. We've already done the SJVR has all their cars ready. They're doing their sorting. They're already doing their switching. We don't have to give them any more. We're not obligated to give them any more for today. Oh boy, it's gonna be a fast one. Now normally I get in between here, but I end up being in the middle of a train. I got the brakes. Oop, I'll let it go. Had the brakes on full. I hope I didn't let it go enough. Come on, go, go, go! Ah, you bugger. Give it a little more. And right away I let go of as soon as it hits, I let go of the thing and I hit Control F7. Make sure all that air gets in. I'm going to fly over here. Just for the sake of, so we got all kinds of this stuff. I'm going to assume there's another guy on the ground down here that can help out. I'll assume he was already walking. So yeah, did I do that right? Let me double check. Always good to double check. Yeah. So that's going to West Colton Yard to a train called Y2, which is just a West Colton. That's basically going somewhere out of West Colton, and we don't have a designated train, because West Colton, really the only thing you can designate are trains heading to Daggett or heading this way. RV is a pickup for RV headed that way, because that's where it comes from, to RV to El Paso. El Paso RV, I think, is, I don't know if it's no, WCRV, I think, is the other one. But so once again, the priority is this thing right here. And of course, well, I'm already connected, so I know I'm okay there. So you open the coupler. And I find kicking's fun. It's relaxing. So now we're going to give it a little bit of extra. Hopefully we push it far enough down. I don't know why today it's not rolling as much. Sometimes it rolls. Certain yards are kick better than others, depending upon the grade. I think UP's on the north end is not much of a grade. It's actually easier to kick switching SJVR from the south end. Unfortunately, the way we have it set up, we can't do that. We have SJVR work one end and we have UP. Now technically, I suppose SJVR could be working this line here and doing his yard. But then again, the shops are over here. There's all kinds of things that can get in the way. So nice moon rising, full moon tonight. So now so we're not heading downhill. We're small grade, if that. So the speed control set in. Yeah, I think we're coming up, getting close. Yeah, better hit it now. Hopefully it goes a little ways compared to the other one. And he is passed. He'll be clear. Just checking the time. I'm gonna get like 15 minutes for a YouTube video. So okay, so we got UP North. Hopefully this is the end of the Edison. That'd be nice. But I'm not too sure if that is the end of the Edison or not. So I've set it up now. He can roll on his own. That's why I love kicking. It's such easier. And I don't know, I honestly don't know if any simulator that does this. When this came along and the humping came along, it made it so much easier to deal with. And I mean, I get impatient sometimes with Run8, and I can't wait for AI. I know these guys are busy, but they make it so good that you just want so much more out of it. I mean, this is a huge part of my life, to be honest. Got to get back full-time work too. All right, let that one go. Might make one more part of the video here. See if that slows down or not. So again, the what's going? So that's 1. He's going into 3. What's going into 2? Wow. You connect already? Yeah, he didn't get too far. So if there's any more for Edison, then we'll have to shove it further. But I can fly over and take a look here. Like I said, I'm probably going to need another video. Simplot is an Edison. So that one right there is an Edison. this one.